Greetings, I am Tabin of A Mind Transformed, and this is Manna for Your Journey. Over the next couple of weeks, I want to talk about something that plagues people that walk with God, no matter where they are in their journey with God, no matter what stage, no matter how long. It's an issue that plagues people in and outside of church, an issue that we've become so casual about, an issue that we kind of handle haphazardly, an issue that we think we always have time to get over, time to come to the right conclusion, time to be fine with it. That issue is unforgiveness. One of the key tenets of Christianity, the only reason that we get to be saved and in a relationship with Jesus Christ is because God forgave. He gave us grace and mercy enough to forgive. And that thing that we get freely and often from God often trips up men and women of God. It's that thing that they want to give out the least, or they want to qualify to whom it should be given and how. Luke 17:4 tells us when Jesus was talking to the apostles, and he said that if your brother sins against you 7 times in a day, but 7 times comes back and asks for forgiveness, you shall forgive. Every translation of the Bible makes that a definitive statement in some form. Some say shall, some say must. If the person sins against us, they hurt us in any way, they do the exact same thing to us that causes us hurt, pain, consternation. They do it 7 times in a single 24-hour period. Well, technically 16 if we get 8 hours of sleep. 7 times in a 16-hour period. And they come back and ask us for forgiveness. We are to forgive every time when they ask. And God's not asking us to do anything that he doesn't do himself. The Bible lets us know that God is faithful and just to forgive us when we ask. Oftentimes, that's where we struggle if we forgive at all. And after Jesus makes this statement to the apostles, it is a rare occasion in the Bible where the next thing they say is, Lord, increase our faith. It's interesting that Jesus tells them that they're going to have powers over demons and devils, and they're going to do greater works than these than he's done, or in number, not in just greatness of things, but they'll have more opportunity to do more miracles, signs, and wonders than Jesus did because they'll have longer on earth. And Jesus tells them all these things, and they take that without an issue. Peter asked Jesus to walk on water, a substance that is not designed to be walked upon. We talked about that last week. Peter had enough faith to ask Jesus to walk on water. But yet, when Jesus says, forgive every time someone offends you, no matter how many times it is in that day, the statement is, increase our faith. That's why. Why would they ask for increased faith in that area? Because what they are asking, and what we tend to fall into, when somebody hurts us, when somebody does something to us, we want to make sure that they understand the pain that they caused us. We want to make sure that they grasp what they did, that they're contrite, that they feel bad, that they've shown that they won't do it again. We want to make sure that if there is any payback to be done, that we have that in our hands. If there's any avenging to be done, then we have that. But the Bible tells us that vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I shall repay. So that means we can't take vengeance. And it means we can't take revenge, which is to take vengeance again, because we couldn't take it the first time, so we can't take it again. And we can't pay people back because God said, I'll repay. We're not God, so we don't get that opportunity. So when Jesus says forgive every time they ask, and it's not something that you have to take time to get over, there's no time frame for that. God doesn't say, oh, forgive them when you get around to it. Forgive them when you're sure that they feel bad about them. Forgive them when you think that they've earned it. There is no such thing for forgiveness. It is given freely to us. It needs to be given freely out by us. The reason why they ask for more faith is because they're asking for faith so that they can trust God enough to know that he will handle it. Trust God enough to know that he'll handle the pain, that he'll handle the hurt. God is greater than that superhero team that we see on the movie screen. If there is avenging to be done, God is the greatest avenger ever. And it's faith to trust that God will handle the problem. He will not let our feelings be trampled upon and cast aside. He will not let us be used haphazardly. He will get the glory out of all of it. They're asking for more faith to trust that God will handle it when they give up the control that comes along with forgiveness and making people earn it. We have to give freely, forgive every time we're asked. And often, most of us will have to have that same thing that the apostle said. Increase our faith so that, God, that I can trust you, that you know how much this hurt me, that you know what this did to me, God, that if it's necessary, you can let them know, you can show them how to be better, that you can do better with them in that situation. Otherwise, we feel like we have to be our own advocate, but we don't have a high priest that doesn't understand. Well, thank you for allowing me to share a few minutes of your day. Again, I'm Tabin of A Mind Transformed, and this is Manna for Your Journey. Be blessed.